This news break coming in on the Sheena Bora murder mystery. India today has accessed the remand application of Sanjiv Khanna by the Mumbai police. The police have recovered 2 laptops and a mobile. Police have said that the evidence was disposed near a tree in the forest of Raigad. The police want to take Sanjiv Khanna there to interrogate him. Norway and Ireland visas have also been recovered. Sanjiv Khanna's passport has also been recovered. The police want to take Sanjiv Khanna everywhere and interrogate him everywhere in terms of the areas which the body was taken to and where Sheena Bora was allegedly murdered. All the accused will be grilled face-to-face today. Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai Bureau Chief, has the details there. Sahil, would you get us up to speed with the very latest? All right, we don't have Sahil. I've been told we have Kamlesh Sutar. Kamlesh, it's over to you. Can you get us up to speed with this latest news break, please?
Yes, Preeti, Sanjiv Khanna, one of the crucial links, has been presented, was presented in the Bandra Metropolitan Magistrates Court, and he has been remanded to police custody till 31st. Now, what the cops have given reasons for his custodial interrogation is that they need to interrogate him. Also, they will need to piece together certain circumstantial evidences that would require the police to take him to the spot of crime, where exactly she was allegedly strangulated and where she was taken, whether there were any weapons that were used in disposing of the body. The cops would also need to recover that in a sense to gather and corroborate certain evidences that she was actually killed. These circumstantial evidences also on the spot would be done, as the cops are also on the other hand getting certain proof evidences regarding the forensic evidences that are concerned, be it the on-the-spot Panchanama or other evidences. So all in all, the interrogation and the questioning of Sanjiv Khanna would take place. Sanjiv Khanna has not been. Sanjiv Khanna had said that though he was present in Mumbai that day, was present in the car, but was asleep and isn't aware of any alleged crime that was committed in that car. So questioning and getting circumstantial evidences and forensic evidences will be the priority for the police at this point in time.
Kamlesh, do you have details that we've accessed of the remand application of Sanjiv Khanna? All right, what we are going to do is we're going to try and connect to Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai Bureau Chief, who has broken the story there, and get the latest coming in terms of details of that remand application by Sanjiv Khanna. Meanwhile, let's move on in the bulletin. India today has accessed, like we pointed out, the remand letter of Sanjiv Khanna. We're going to give out details in a short while from now and cut across to Sahil Joshi as well. But we're getting in more breaking news coming in. Peter Mukherjee is now taking legal opinion for his protection in the case. The accused driver Shyam Rai was getting financial support from Indrani after Sheena's murder. This was probably to buy his silence. All right, we're trying to cut across to our reporters breaking this set of news, but the latest that we can break for our viewers is that in light of what is going on, especially with what Sheena Bora has said, that Peter Mukherjee knew a lot more than he let on. Well, Peter Mukherjee has sought legal opinion on where he stands in this entire case. Will he be interrogated again? Well, we'll keep getting our viewers up to speed with the latest. Going to cut across to our reporters on ground who are following, tracking every development. All right, let's move on in the bulletin. As the Sheena Bora murder case enters the 3rd day, the police is looking to crack the complicated web of lies. The Mumbai police will jointly interrogate the 3 key players who allegedly killed Sheena Bora: her mother Indrani Mukherjee, her stepbrother Sanjiv Khanna, and Indrani's driver. The trio will be interrogated by the Mumbai Police Commissioner Rakesh Maurya himself, as the co-accused Sanjiv Khanna will be in police custody till August 31st. Indrani has been moved from Khar police station and taken to the hospital for medical tests. Meanwhile, another player in the plot, Sheena's brother Sheena Bora, has reached Mumbai. Sheena is likely to emerge as a key witness in unraveling the convoluted relationship structure of the family. The cops may also question Indrani Mukherjee's current husband Peter Mukherjee, who is Star India's former CEO. All right, Kamlesh Sutar is with us. Kamlesh, do you have the latest on Peter Mukherjee? Is it a possibility that he might be interrogated, considering he's already seeking legal opinion?
Indeed, that was one of the possibilities ever since Mikhail's statement that have come in. Mikhail saying that he had some evidences, and he's spoken about an email that was written in 2011 where he says that Sheena had actually informed or told Peter about her relationship status with Indrani, and actually Peter was aware of the relationship status, and the way Peter Mukherjee had been saying that he wasn't aware, he didn't know that Sheena was Indrani's daughter, and she was only introduced to her as her sister. That statement now would to be the cops would would look into it again. They'll have to look into that aspect again, whether Peter actually knew too much, because Mikhail Bora has been coming as an important link, an important witness in this case, knowing other facts as well. So in that circumstance, in the new circumstances that are emerging, there's a possibility that they'll have to question Peter Mukherjee again, whether he knew anything about that. Peter Mukherjee has been also one of the important family members of the of Indrani Mukherjee, and Sanjiv Khanna's daughter, out of the wedlock of Sanjiv Khanna and Indrani Mukherjee, Vidhi has been adopted by Peter Mukherjee. So there could be some more information which he might be able to give to the cops. So there's a likelihood that he would be questioned, and that is perhaps why Peter Mukherjee at this point in time would be seeking a legal opinion.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Kamlesh. Now, Sanjiv Khanna, the ex-husband of Indrani, is a co-accused in the murder of Sheena. He's claimed he was asleep in the car and was clueless about the girl's murder. What was his state of mind? We've accessed part of his social media account.
As the Mumbai police interrogate Sanjiv Khanna as one of the co-conspirators and murderers of Sheena Bora, we're trying to piece together what his state of mind was in the days leading up to the alleged murder and right after. Now, we've gotten access to his social media network, his Facebook account, which has been active till the 9th of March, at least this year. This is Sanjiv Khanna's official Facebook page. I want to draw your attention to the 24th of March 2012, a whole month before the murder is known to have taken place. Now, he's shared a picture that says, "A daughter is one of the most beautiful gifts this world has to give." Now, given the circumstances surrounding the relationship that is known to have existed between Sanjiv Khanna and Indrani Mukherjee, it was apparently a very sour relationship. But what was it that finally made him allegedly get involved in the actual crime? Take a look at this one from April the 14th, 2012, 10 days before the actual murder is alleged to have taken place. A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can actually take. Remember, Sanjiv Khanna had a grouse with Indrani Mukherjee as far as access to his real daughter Vidhi was concerned. Maybe all of that is reflecting in this. We're not casting aspersions. We're trying to conjecture on his state of mind, because these are images that he was actually sharing. On April the 12th, 2012, right before the actual act is alleged to have happened. No need for revenge, just sit back and wait. Those who hurt you will eventually screw up themselves, and if you're lucky, God will let you watch. But perhaps most incriminatingly, April the 29th and April the 30th, 2012, just days after the murder is alleged to have taken place. Sometimes I get so weird, I even freak myself out. And to all the girls that wear a lot of makeup, take it easy, it's called a face, not a coloring book. Do these mean something? Why was Sanjiv Khanna specifically sharing these messages, and right around the time that he is alleged to have been directly involved in the murder of Sheena Bora? We're not taking sides, we're not casting any direct aspersions, we're providing a sense of what Sanjiv Khanna's activity was on social media at the time of the murder he was allegedly part of.
Well, let's get you the latest news break coming in from the Mumbai investigations. Mumbai police is now seeking transaction details of bank accounts of Indrani, Rahul, Sheena, Mikhail and his grandparents, along with others. This is because money is also an angle in Sheena's murder case. Mumbai police is confronting all the accused at Khar police station. As per police sources, Mikhail is making many allegations on Indrani, but she's not accepting any of them. Few more characters are involved in this murder case. Police is likely to call them in Peter's role is also suspicious regarding his silence over the relationship mystery. The police is suspecting he is hiding something worth important and will investigate it now. Arthur Khan, my colleague, getting us up to speed with the latest development coming in. Arthur, as expected, the police now asking for bank account details of everyone connected to each other in this web of what clearly looks like a web of deceit.
Well, that's right. You see, Preeti, the police is working on both the angles. One is the relationship, which was not acceptable. Relationship between Rahul and Sheena. That is one probable angle, and the other one is the property angle. So at this moment, the police is trying to eliminate the possibilities, and it is in that process that police has sought bank details of all the persons who were involved, so that they have a clearer picture as to what was happening financially. Was that one of the reasons, or they're also looking at both the reasons being motive behind the murder. That is the relationship and the property aspect or the financial aspect.
All right, Arthur, stay on with us. We're getting another set of breaking news. We're going to come right back to you on that. India Today has now learned that JJ Hospital has preserved Sheena's tooth, hair scalp and bones. These samples are being handed over to the Mumbai police. The Mumbai police will in turn hand these samples for forensic investigation. These are samples that were received by JJ Hospital from Raigad. They will be matched with either Indrani or her parents. Arthur is still with us. Arthur, is extremely important for the police to gather forensic proof as well, because still now, conclusively, the police has not been able to prove whether or not it was Sheena's body that was found in Raigad.
Absolutely. It is a major breakthrough if the samples turn out to be that of Sheena. The reason being, Preeti, in a criminal investigation, the Lucard principle plays a very crucial role, in which the police relates criminal with the crime. Unless that is done, the case falls through in the court of law. So that aspect being very important. If you recall, in Nitish Katara's case also, his body was found in Uttar Pradesh, but it could not be recognized, and it was recognized only after DNA testing was carried out and samples from Neelam Katara were taken. Similarly, in this case, the police has to establish that the body which was found in Raigad belongs to Sheena. And until the police has done it, they don't have a foolproof case with them. So these samples are going to play a crucial role. The JJ Hospital Dean has confirmed to us that the samples have been preserved, and they have received a letter from Mumbai police asking to hand over those samples so that those samples could be handed over in turn to the forensic lab for DNA testing.
All right, Arthur, stay on with us. Clearly, as the Sheena murder mystery continues to deepen, investigations throw new leads. In a major breakthrough, police have recovered all samples of Sheena's body parts and have sent them for forensic lab and DNA identification. DNA testing will be conducted on Sheena's bones preserved at the JJ Hospital to establish that the body found in Raigad was that of Sheena's. The DNA test finding will form crucial evidence in the case. So far, police have statements of accused but now need it corroborated. Earlier, Raigad police have failed to preserve Sheena's body but had sent some of her bones to JJ Hospital in Baikala. DNA test will help establish the police parentage angle in all of this. Arthur, that's, once again, coming back to the point you were making, because just further elucidate what you were saying. How important is forensic evidence in this? And how far or how little can just a confessional statement extracted by the police can carry the case in the court of law?
You see, Preeti, normally the police records the statement of the accused under section 161 of the CRPC, the Code of Criminal Procedure, in which the accused is not bound to make the signature on the statement. So it has little evidentiary value in the court of law. Tomorrow, during the stage of trial, the accused could turn around and say the statement was recorded under duress. So, in that scenario, it's absolutely crucial for police to establish that Sheena's body was disposed of. They know who the person are behind the killing, but then it has to be, matched with the recovery or discovery of the body, which the police has not been able to do so far beyond doubt. So that taken into account, now we have a technique which is, the Har Gobind Khurana technique of DNA testing. Earlier, only the saliva or the body fluids were used for DNA testing, but now the bone, tooth, or hair strands are also used for carrying out these tests. If this test confirms and it turns out to be positive, Sheena's body, it is certain that it was her body which was found there, and then the police, of course, has a foolproof case which will go a long way to prove it in the court of law.
Thank you for joining us, Adir. What we're going to do is keep coming back to you for more updates on that story. Meanwhile, police and forensic team are at the spot of crime again in Raigad to collect more DNA samples. These samples will be crucial in establishing parentage of Sheena Bora. Mumbai forensic team has recovered small pieces of bones from the crime spot, but however are not clear whose bones are these. After Sheena Bora was killed in 2012, her face was allegedly smashed, her body burnt, stuffed in a suitcase and dumped in the forests of Raigad, 84 kilometers off from Mumbai. According to police, the day before the murder, Indrani and her driver allegedly did a recce of the place where they dumped Sheena's body.
The Mumbai police have reached the spot where Sheena Bora's body was recovered. It was in 2012, almost 3 years ago, that the Raigad police had come here. They had found the body, an unidentified body, and that time they had done the spot post-mortem, and after doing the spot post-mortem, the remains of the body were buried over here. Now, as the case has revealed, and it was Sheena Bora's body that has been revealed in the investigation, so the police and the forensic lab experts are here, and you can see that digging work is going on. They are digging out the remains of the body that was buried over here. Now, this remains other parts that was sent to the government laboratories in 2012, that will be corroborated, and as per the evidence gathered, that will be produced in the court of law for further case. With cameraman Gopal Har and Kiran Batham, this is Pankaj Khilkar in Pain, Raigad for India Today.
Well, it's day 3 today since the Sheena murder mystery began, and we are now in a position to map the sequence of events on the most important day, the day Sheena Bora was murdered. My colleague Shivarur gets you a bird's eye view of what happened, where it happened, how it happened.
The 24th of April 2012 is the date when Sheena was allegedly murdered. We've got out all the details. Let's give you an overview of where she was killed and where she was finally taken. Now, for people from Mumbai, this might seem like a familiar sight. This is the famous Linking Road in Bandra, and this building here is a jockey store, something of a commercial landmark in that particular site. Right outside the store, right outside the jockey store, is where Indrani and Sanjiv allegedly picked up Sheena Bora. They asked them to meet her there, and they picked her up right from there. Now, from the jockey store in Bandra, they drove all the way. They tried to get out of Mumbai with Sheena because they had strangled her in the car. But there was a police naka, as a result of which they actually drove all the way from the jockey store down across the Bandra-Worli Sea Link to the Worli Sea Face area, which was the home of Peter Mukherjee, Indrani's current husband. Now, that is this particular location, right next to the sea. They kept the Sheena's body allegedly in the boot of the car in the garage of the house of Peter Mukherjee overnight. And it was only after that, when they realized that they had to get out of Mumbai to dispose of the body, that they drove from Peter Mukherjee's residence and in the Worli Sea Face in Mumbai all the way to the Pen Khopoli area in Raigad in Maharashtra, outside Mumbai. It took them over 3 hours to actually get there. So that gives you a sense of the expanse of how much they actually drove from Linking Road right down to Worli and then finally to Raigad.
Meanwhile, Sheena Bora's brother Mikhail is slowly emerging as a major witness in the murder mystery case. Mikhail, who has reached Mumbai, is likely to be a key witness in unraveling the convoluted relationship structure of Indrani's extended family. What India Today has learned is that Mikhail could have enough information not only on Indrani but on Peter as well. Mikhail has apparently told police about a 2011 email from Sheena revealing her real relation with Indrani. According to Mikhail, Peter Mukherjee, who has constantly denied knowledge of the relation and then admitted that Sheena did tell him, however he didn't accept it, knew about Sheena being Indrani's daughter. It's also being alleged that Indrani met Mikhail after Sheena's murder and told him to keep quiet. Mikhail said he tried to convey this to Peter, who reportedly kept mum about the entire affair. This has led the police to believe that Peter is hiding a lot more than he lets on.